Well, this is an unusual predicament to find ourselves in.
It's about to be midnight, and I'm only a little tired. My health's fucked. It's not great, but yeah, I'm not tired because of how weird yesterday was. So I guess I'll go to the theater, because it's gonna happen in 9 minutes. Sure, in 9 minutes, there's going to be a new mime rehearsal at the theater. Also, I have to deal with the fact that the world around me is going to morph and change in real time. That's always a weird one. I often sleep through the midnight transition, but I'm gonna be in the world during the midnight transition today. So, shit's just gonna happen. How's my immunity? It's pretty good. I really like not being sick. Like, I have not been sick for like 2 or 3 days, and ever since that forced panacea they make you use. And that's a real weird feeling. That's not how this game normally works.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters to remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater.
Curious. Oh, hey, spiky boy. Click. So I don't know what things are, but the area I just left was black, and the area I'm walking into was red, so now the area I'm walking into should now be black, I think. I think that's what I just walked into. I mean, my gun. I'm gonna need my shooty bang bang. Damn, that was a good shot. I do not trust the guns in this game to be accurate at that range, so I was really not... Oh! Fuck you! No! Eh. I'm so sorry. I'm being a piece of shit. I'm like, no, I like this. I like this streak I've got going. Nah, I've got to keep the immunity meter full, huh? I thought that was high enough. Dang it. I know, I'm being a piece of shit. I just really like being immune. It feels good. Please don't get shot while I'm trying to manage my weapons. There we go. Now my health's even more fucked. Where'd that cloud even come from? It's not happening this time? I think I straight up have not been carrying... yeah. I haven't really been carrying much water lately. I have trouble fitting it a lot of the time. So begins a night of harvest after our commercial break.
My orders were to destroy every building in this town and then to shoot everyone who survives the bombardment. The military only comes when there's nothing to fix anymore. I'm keen on breaking that habit, though. I know that the people that can change the course of the catastrophe have been working here for some time. We will only destroy the thing pointed at by a healer who can argue in favor of taking such action.
How about not shooting at all?
If we don't shoot anything at all, the consequences will be devastating. You wanted freedom of choice. So choose a massive shelling or a single pinpoint strike. One way or another, we'll put an end to this circus.
I'm guessing you don't have much to say to me, right?
It is sometimes necessary to play.
Yep, just pop it in to see if you're alright. I heard a letter come in. Did I read that one already? A guest has come to see Capella. Yeah, that's happened. A letter from Aglaia Lilich, one of the on the sacrifice that was prophesized. I know the ritual of proportionate sacrifice very well. To keep something precious that is condemned to extinction, a sacrifice of equal value must be offered. What is this offering that you are meant to make? Nobody knows. Be very careful, however. There are people these days who crave destruction. Many people want to lead you down the wrong path, or to use you to their own benefit. I'm doing on ammo. I have a lot of ammo. I don't have to worry about that much about having to go on an ammo run right now. The primary concern is probably whether or not I want to go on a run to find out what the map looks like right now. I can just hunt here. The screen clearly turned yellow just now. So yeah, I'm right to think this is, yep, that district. You all saw that, right? That was self-defense. Ooh, knife. Knives sell well. Neato. So yeah, let's get busy and just start... Let's just start farming until... Let's just start farming until 7 o'clock. So Block is interesting because he's much like Aglaia and the Bachelor and everyone else in this game, really. He's framed as being unreasonable by the other characters. Everyone thinks everybody else is totally unreasonable. Another knife, damn. Everyone thinks that everyone else is so unreasonable in this game, and their way is the only way, which is also what it's like to play the tabletop game, is you just become convinced that everyone you're playing with is completely unreasonable. And it's all their fault, things are going bad if they just listen to you. Even though, of course, in the game, only one person can win, so cooperation's not exactly the actuality of it. Because it incentivizes that same concept of thinking that everyone's against you. Is there another one coming? Is there another one coming? There's like an inconsistent number of people up here, I think. I think there's... Yeah, there's often 2 people up here. Yeah, Block gives you this ultimatum. Hey, we're gonna shoot something. Tell us what to shoot. It's like, oh, that's cooperative. I just find it odd that you can't direct him to shoot anything else. The weird thing is that at the end of the game, the options you get are shoot the polyhedron or shoot the entire town, basically. I don't think you even have the option of shoot the abattoir or shoot the church or shoot the theater or any other things. Like, you don't really have full control. You can basically tell him to shoot one thing or kill the whole town is more or less the ultimatum he gives you, which is weird because it's not what he's saying. The ultimatum he claims to be giving you is not that, but in actuality, in practice, the options you get at the end of the game are super limited compared to the amount of freedom he sounds like he's giving you, which is a little weird. But ultimately, yeah, they're like, the army's only called in when there's nothing to save, or whatever the hell. And, he's like, I'm trying to change that. I'm like, oh, see, he's neat. He's on the right path. And then whenever soldiers do something bad in this game, you find out that they're actually, they've gone rogue. And stuff like that. Which is all encouraging. It's much like Aglaia, who was framed as being completely unreasonable. Although admittedly, it was partly that, they never learn. Mostly because they all die when I do that. They tend to die. Aglaia was framed as being unreasonable. Admittedly, it was also... Inquisitors as a concept were framed as being deadly, horrible monsters. And Aglaia is not any of the Inquisitors that they thought were gonna come. They had like a list of like 2 or 3 they thought they'd have to deal with, and Aglaia was not on that list, so she was a surprise. But even still, she is still framed not positively by the other characters. And she's a little more murky. To name a character. In that, she seems like she might be actually more reasonable, but then also I think at the same time she turns out to be less reasonable than you think she is. Like, she's framed as being super unreasonable, then she turns out to seem way more reasonable than expected, but then that turns around and she turns out to be, like, super... It's more like she's petty. She has her own private goals that she's trying to fulfill at the cost of potentially the town. Oh. Delta tablets. Those are like really good immunity boosters, aren't they? Oh shit, my schmatter's not been stashed because I haven't been back to the base. Yeah, this happens. When I'm doing these runs, it quickly turns into a weird, awkward hop around of items where I have to go back to a place to sell things, then come back to the place I already cleared to pick up more of the stuff I couldn't pick up the first time because the various tabs really fill up quickly. There's a lot of shit around here. And you always gotta check your back, because there's always more things around. I can't pick that up either. It's a whole... Oh. Oops. There we go. I was like, I need health. I should just use one of these non-stacking monstrosities. Really? This is a loot-heavy building with that's low on people to fight. It's rather incredible how every time you enter one of these buildings, there just magically is a number of people trying to raid it at that exact moment. Like, but they haven't successfully raided it yet. Like, that makes it doubly impressive. So this is the cool thing I found. Twirine I could trade for bullets. I should really do that. I don't really have anything I want to throw away. I'm gonna have to do a round trip. But yeah, fast forward for a bit, because it's only 2 o'clock. I have 5 hours to kill, and the usual cycle. I show you guys a little bit of this, but then I do a bunch more off camera while I wait for the time to pass, because I don't want to have an entire episode of this every single day. This would seriously be like 25% of the series would be me clearing a building over and over again. Here we are. 6:59. 1 minute until the clock tolls, and so I'm bringing my routine to an end, kind of. Going with an educated guess here, and then I'm sprinting in the general direction of the Bachelor. Just to see if he has anything for me today, because he often does. 10th day, it all ends in less than 3 days. Day 10, in which it becomes apparent that the Haruspex's victory will be defined by him making the right choice. Shit. It's a good thing he's completely deaf, evidently. We're going a little low on bullets. I've been I see you over there. I've been to Grief and to Andre by trading in Twirine, some of which I bought from Grief, just to have more to trade, because Twirine turns into 3 bullets each. And now I'm wasting a bunch of it in some of these cases. Yeah, you're still alive. Huh. My exhaustion and hunger meters are a problem.
This headache is splitting. I need some rest.
I've heard of the puzzle you are trying to solve. So, you appear to believe that your father gave an oath to save a creature of a sublime kind. A supreme being in corporeal form, so to speak. Am I right? I don't like the... this happens a lot in this game, but I don't like my options. My options are pretend I don't understand what he's saying, or tell him not to give me advice, and just cut off the conversation. And I'm like, what? Why do I have to do the option where I pretend I don't understand him? I understand him just fine. That's way too complicated for me, Oiden. Could you please use shorter words? Stop making fun of me. My words are way shorter than the chants of your people's backwards beliefs anyway. Anyway, have you... who would say those words back to back? Anyway, have you considered that your father may have actually had something very complex in mind, and not simply a huge beast? Something to... recondite, that the only way to describe it is with that term of yours? How do you know so much? I've spoken to a mistress. Which one? There's not a single mistress in this town I would trust. Even Capella? What do you know of such things, Oinen? Do you really share my beliefs? I kind of do. You shouldn't underestimate my wit. A lot of water has flowed under the bridge since I came here. I'm not so skeptical towards your kin as I used to be. I have confirmed that your chimeras do indeed exist. I just see them in a different light. in a plainer one. I hope your plainness helps you, because it definitely won't help me. But my musings can give you a nudge on your train of thought. Aren't you interested in what I've found? Fine, speak. Well, seems that I've accidentally found the thing that you've been looking for all this time. I'm standing on the verge of an extraordinary discovery. Well, don't leave me hanging. I'm going to play a little unfair now. I suspect there is an ancient archaeological bed, so to speak, under this town. The place where the herdsmen of old used to live before the factories were founded, where the abattoir was twice as tall as it is now. And I want you to ask the foreman about the precise location of this place and point to it on the map. I only need him to tell me under which district this bed lays. Not much, is it? Then I'll tell you my interpretation of your father's will. I think it'll clear up your confusion. Why did you have to impose your conditions on me? I would have done it in good faith, for our friendship. You've offended me, Oinen. I'm in a tough spot myself, Artemi. Don't get me wrong, I've tried everything I could. I don't have another way of finding out what I need. What I can tell you is that I need this information to neutralize the commander. Or would you rather have him raise the town? No, of course not. Then help me out, Artemi, and I'll help you back. Try to make the foreman talk, and if he doesn't, then the commander won't have a choice but to turn this place into a pile of ashes. Fine, I'll try.
I'm going to investigate this tower. It's worthy of the most careful examination.
What do I have now? No letter yet for today, huh? Huh. Good thing I went with my assumption. Oh, that's today's quest. Okay. Bachelor thinks I should address the foreman with questions of my father's inheritance. Alright. I'll head there, but first I'm gonna head south into the fields and trade off my excessive quantity of organs. I'm at, oh god, 170, 58, 58, 57. I've got 20 crowbars I can't trade with anyone, really. That's frustrating. And, oh my god, look how much food I have. I have 30 meat. And a lot of that's just because I keep finding it around. What a weird experience, being able to find so much food. I find a lot of it on shelves, just when I'm running around, but plenty of it comes from the raiders themselves. When I defeat them, they tend to drop it. That's just a lot of stuff. Oh, they gave me another bottle. Alright, let's go for a jog. Hey, Capella, I'm passing through. You've been important lately.
Come soon, I hope.
Would you do me a favor? There is more bad news. I'm not surprised anymore. Every crucial person will have to face a dangerous trial now. Who is it this time? This time, Clara came to Murky, and now Murky wants to go outside. Clara did something bad to her. Murky is anxious now. I can feel it. What happened? I don't know. Nothing at all, perhaps. All I know is Murky is very anxious, and she's not the type of girl to be easily scared by fairy tales. You'll be the one scared of hers. Why do you care for this Murky anyway? When Murky grows up, she'll replace Saburova. She knows how to listen to the soil, and so she'll make a good mistress of Earth. But the Rat Prophet's dirt piling services will not be required anymore. Murky is clean. Okay, I'll stop by her place. Hello.
Diarchy is absurd. It will lead us nowhere. One of the chess pieces will have to get off the board.
You will always be on my side, will you not? Can the foreman lie? I don't know. I don't think he can. If he doesn't want to tell the truth, he'll just gloss over the issue. Is he dangerous? Very much so. Talking to him is a constant risk. I think he is only waiting for an opportunity to get rid of you. But he doesn't have the heart to just go through with it. So he's waiting for permission. I'll keep that in mind.
I used to go out in the night, only to be found someplace new in the morning.
You have a lot of people on your side even without me. No letters today still. Who is going to feed my dolly? Murky's worried. She wants to go outside. What could have possibly made her this agitated? Great. I'm gonna focus on going to the foreman first, because in the past, and by in the past I mean yesterday, the foreman has kind of shaped what my day is going to be like. That was then, come on, that didn't skirt the range. Speaking of making plans based on previous days, in addition to the fact that the the foreman, like, shaped my entire day with his task, I'm also not really dealing with my meters right now, because he was talking about trials, and yesterday he made my exhaustion go up super fast, so I'm kind of waiting until I talk to him before I manage any of my meters. Hello? Vlad? Were you here last time?
What?
Have you seen the bull? What bull? Ah. See how anxious the commoners are. All astir. A dying aurochs have appeared in the lot, although the foreman had supposedly killed the last one. So, he hasn't killed it to death then. Or what? Can it really be something supernatural, so to speak? Vlad, is something wrong with you? You're speaking bizarrely. A dying aurochs have appeared in the lot. Isn't it an aurochs a singular in this case? Is it a dying have? So like your tenses are wrong. He hasn't killed it to death then. Is like a baffling sentence? This doesn't feel like it was retranslated the way a lot of the rest of the game was. It's real weird. What lot? Don't know. I don't know. Ask the torturer over there. You'd be careful though. What if it's a trap? Foreman Oyen, you know, you two are locked in combat now. Pray forgive me. We could fix something like this. An ambush seems likely. I'll take a look. So are you not dead?
Is a message.
I'm at peace. Everything has worked out for the best. I'm glad they're leaving you be, more or less. Did he survive? He wasn't... I don't think he was here when I was the Bachelor.
Misfortunes never come alone. That's what Dad used to say.
Hello, hello, hello. Your prisoner has told me of a bull, Mother. Any ideas what he's talking about? A supreme. Do you know what supreme bulls are? They're very, very important. This one has just appeared without warning. He's intended for you. Go ahead and check on him. You'll have to guess what's supposed to be done with him. It's your job. Nothing to laugh at, Mother. Where is it? The bone steak lot. You know, the yard with the big stone sticks, where a big stone sticks out of the ground. They say it's a splinter. Suok was walking there, but her leg got stuck, so she tried to free herself and broke a bit off. But why any Shapneck has pointy bones? That's why any Shapneck has pointy bones for feet. I like how that's supposed to be a logical description of something, somehow. Any wise advice? Nuh-uh. I won't offer you advice, but I'll offer you the answer to the question you so desperately want to ask. Yes, of course, as in, of course he has to be. As in, he has to be alive, but you don't really have to take him off. Now think. More talking in riddles, huh? What? Oh, there's the bone steak lot. Right next door. I could take a look. Wouldn't hurt, it's right outside.
There's a hint of authority in Clara's voice.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello to you too. But in case I wasn't clear, I'm checking with the important people that have been major to the narrative so far. I'm adapting over time to how this game handles its story. You can wait for letters to come in, but there are specific characters that often give you quests, and sometimes you have to wait for a letter, but other times you really don't have to. And they'll just give you the quest if you have the forethought to come to them in advance, which is something I established back during the Bachelor's campaign too. And there's 4 characters that are really important to the story for the Haruspex on repeat, to the point of it being really reliable, which is that it's been the Bachelor himself, Oyen, or Oinen? I don't know, whatever, the foreman is what I mean, Taya Taichik, and Capella. I just have to go to those 4 characters constantly. You could technically say Vlad, but I don't think I'd qualify him as being in the same territory. By which I mean Vlad the younger. Vlad the older doesn't really do much in the story. He sets me up with my house, but he doesn't really come up for quests. Vlad the younger has a few side quests involving those tunnels and stuff like that, but they're rare enough that I wouldn't call him important yet. And I need to get notified that he wants me to talk to him before I take a trip to there, because it's pretty much been like, I want to say 2 quests total. So we're at this part of the story with the bull. It's fucking huge, by the way. I don't think the other bulls are this big. Are those supposed to be testicles? Is that what that... with the resolution of the game, it stands out like crazy. Hello. God damn, that's a bad time. The one on the edge here is the leader, right?
You see, he is dying. You cannot come closer. Neither can you touch. Don't even try it. You won't be able to. How can you? You are neither foreman nor warden yet.
Where did it come from? Wasn't the last one killed 3 days ago?
Your words. His blood went into the earth, didn't it? So he grew back. Ahar.
Are you kidding? No, give me some of its blood.
The children sense him. The little ones know what to do. Ask them. They inherit the land. You have other bound too, bound together, connected with a single thread. Ask your bound. Ask the children.
Which ones in particular?
Ask my kindred ones. Each of them has their own way of feelings. My word is, the soul and a halves have been here already. Their outcast leader, the warden of the beasts, the weak, and Bodo's little offsprings must have opinions of this.
Notkin? I'll ask him, Odonga. So go to Notkin. So I'm gonna go to Notkin and Murky. They're way the hell over there. Alright. Let's see what happened. Last mission... yesterday I had to go through here. Should I plan that? No, that was Pyres. The Pyres were a side quest. That was not Oyen. But he'd have me go like here, here, and here or something. Which would be a good trajectory to take on the way to Notkin and Murky. But that was yesterday's quest for not for the Oyen. Oyen told me to go to the Bachelor, which is kind of out of the way. I don't know what he'll do this time though. There's no real way of knowing. Fuck it. I'm just gonna head out. This is promising though. If I do the quest for them, maybe I get an alternate way of getting some blood. And I want blood. I want it very badly. Here you are at the end of the long trek.
There's no true warden among you.
His voice is quieter than everyone else, isn't it? It kind of blends with the music.
The rumors are true. Several children of Bodo have betrayed the kin last night. They stole sacrificial blood from Suok's flesh and fled, abandoning the depths and cutting themselves off from Bostorok's body. You are to find them and kill them.
Do I absolutely have to kill them?
He who takes this blood from the depths of the house of Bodo is gripping at Mother Suok's flesh. They have bared a sharp knife, cutting themselves off from Boss Turok's body. They are not longer kin to us. They can die. Why did they steal the blood? You ask too much, son of Barak. I thought you wanted to ask me one question today, the one which is worth 1,000 others. Do not waste your breath on idle words. He doesn't like to ask questions because he's planning on getting rid of me, and he's trying to defeat me. And so questions are all just in the way of that. How can I find them? They have left a horrid trail behind them. You will find it when the spirits talk to you. Do not eat until you bring the blood back. Don't you dare take even a single breadcrumb, otherwise it's all useless. Oh. Gonna be a hunger day this time? Why should I fast? A hungry man has a better sense of smell. You must be hungry to kill them. Hunger cleanses. Food desecrates you. Bringing back the sacrificial blood isn't worth it with a stomach full of food. The blood will return dirty and won't do us any good. Will I be allowed to eat when I kill them? When you bring back the blood and get it back, not before that. Let it be so. I will give you a drink now. You will feel hunger at once. You will feel pain. You will go to the Ragai Stone and fall asleep against your hunger pangs. You will sleep until the spirits tell you what their trail smells like. Then you will find them. You will kill them. You will return. What is that drink? It will cleanse your guts. To bring back the blood, you must be clean. Don't you dare take any food. If you take as little as a bite, blame yourself. Give me the drink. I'll be back. I'm supposed to drink. I'm supposed to go there and rest, and then it'll tell me where they ran to. Why do you risk your life for not coming before me, kindred one? I don't hold it too dear. They've been glib with each other. Oh yeah, I can see hunger ticking up already. It's really slight, but yeah, seeing motion at all. Oh, got it. Yeah, it's going. Yep. Well, that means I can go ahead and... I was gonna say I can drink some coffee for my exhaustion. I'll do one. Just one. Just to curb it a little bit, because it was about to cap out, and I don't need 2 meters being full at the same time. That's really bad for my health. But overall, if I'm gonna sleep, my exhaustion is gonna go down a bit, so that'll be handy. Might even go take a sleeping draught, whatever. Some morphine or whatever to curb the situation. Yep, hunger's way up now. Oh boy. And I need to run way the hell down there to even start this and sleep for a bit, which will also cause me to lose more health. Yeah, sleeping's gonna take out my health. Because I'm hungry, I don't think I can... Yeah, I'm not gonna use any more... I'm not gonna use a medication. I think that if you have any maxed out meters that make you lose health, that when you sleep, it makes you lose health. By which I mean... Normally you can take medication to gain health when you're sleeping, but I don't think that works if you have any meters that are maxed out. I think you just lose health regardless, because I think I've made that mistake before. I think I've tried to use my medication to sleep for the night before and then found out the hard way that I was being obliterated by some other meter that probably maxed out in the middle of the night. Especially hunger. Hunger's actually a good example of that. Oh, that health is not going down slowly either. Oh boy. Ah, Aspity. I didn't include you on my list before.
We frequently do good to enable us with impunity to do evil.
Okay. Never mind. This is not an Aspity day. Yeah, she has not come up a lot. I think she came up more in the Bachelor campaign even. Maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know. I think it's just that I like her addition to the story, so I want her to show up more than she does ultimately. There's an appeal to the tone she takes. She's, on some level, she is kind of insufferable, but she's the more enjoyable kind of insufferable compared to, compared to the, for example, Stamatin's wife, or Sabrov's wife, I mean. Yeah, Katerina Sabrova, where I'm just like, what are you saying? I hear cows, but I don't see cows. Oh man, that health's going low. Heh, sea cows. They're the cows of the sea. I should go to sleep at the Ragai Barrow. The dead will tell me of whatever routes the fugitive worms have taken. The worms shouldn't be that hard to defeat because I have guns. I'm gonna have to heal or something though, because sleeping is gonna be difficult. Oops. Oh. Oh. It's like a cutscene sleeping. Maybe time won't even pass, and I won't lose health. What in the world? Even the representative, even the guy representing the spirits is just one of the guys that works at the play. I mean, I could have told you that. Disappointing. The three locations that they went to are just the three locations where it's just the three locations where we trade our herbs. It's the only locations in the steppe that have characters in them. It's arguably the only locations in the steppe at all besides the place I just came from. Why weren't they here earlier though? Because I was just here and none of these characters were here then. I was here today, like only hours ago, on the way to Oinen. Suok's warmth nourishes you, Oinun. Show me what you took from the abattoir. Why? We need it. I want to know where exactly you got it. Will you leave us alone if we tell you? Deal? You can't get Urduk blood from below the ground, but you would be able to get enough from the wound if you cut the growth that's been bothering him for some time now. Isn't knowing what we know from the ending of the Bachelor's campaign, they're probably referring to the polyhedron, right? You may do it whatever you want now. You are dead to the kin all the same. Ah! Hey, what? Okay. Interesting. I killed him, but there's nothing on him. Hey buddy, you want to trade stuff? Since you're here? Clicking!